Alright, hello guys. Um, Doing a real quick video today. Don't want to do a whole fancy edit and all this stuff. Blah blah blah. Let's just get started. So off the back, you could do any height map that you want to. If you already have a file, that's cool. Anything that you need, just remember about the magic of Unreal measurements that they need to be in Unreal sizes. But we'll move forward to that in a bit. But first, get your height map, whatever height map it is. You could go to tangramheightmapper.com, or it's called Tangram GitHub, or you could also use the city skylines for custom height maps, whatever it is. If you have any other place, then use that. You could also do Gaia. If you're on Gaia, just build your landmass. You get your height map as normal in Gaia and then export it and meet us in step 2, but this is step 1. So for this example, I'll just show you a tangram, which is what I'm using. So tangram is just like every other height map stuff. You just look for any area that you like this. I'm on 920 by 1080 for the resolution, but that doesn't matter. Let's just get a real random place, like right here. Let's just pretend this is my favorite area and I want this. So you're on Tangram right now. Make sure that the labels are off. You don't have any labels. If you want, you could do map lines to be more detailed, but I recommend not doing that. Uh, and once you're all set, press F11 on your keyboard to go full screen, and do not click on export. It's gonna give you a screenshot of this. Rather go down where it says render and click on that. So everything's set to the area that we want. Same default settings too, and click render. It's gonna give you a message about the stats that you're about to render. So it says 2x zoom, 4 megabytes, whatever, and there's a resolution that's coming out in 3840 by 2158. So that's cool. That's even better. That's crazy. So we just press OK. It's not the size that we want. Just let it render. It's not the size that we want, but it's even better because we could customize it to a crop for Unreal. So here it is. Uh, Once you got GIMP, Photoshop, whatever, it's gonna get this. Now this is the most important part with working with Unreal landscape size, landscape technical size. And if you're on Unreal, these are gonna be the go-to measurements that you're gonna want. Very, very important. Like this is the ideal part. So everything depends on your GPU. As you guys know, I'm giving you guys a breakdown because this is a tutorial, so just bear with me. This is uh, everything on the resolution of your map site is going to depend on your GPU and what it could handle. So if you have a 16 gigabyte VRAM with a 6 gigabyte GPU, you're probably not going to be wanting to do an 8K resolution. That's going to be probably out of your match. And some of you guys that are doing game dev, 1K is way too small. So I always recommend doing at least 4K for an open world. And if you have the GPU power and the VRAM power, then go up to 8K. But I always recommend for an open world either 2K or 4K, but 1K is not good enough with game dev. So for my example, we're doing a 4030 by 4030. The reason why I'm doing all this math stuff, um, why I'm showing you guys all this math stuff, is because when we're cropping the image, for example, we're doing a 4033. When we're cropping the image, we gotta put in half of it. So divide it by 2, and that's gonna be your landmass. Uh, so 2016 by 2016. So go up to image, go to mode. First of all, we're doing settings. This is gonna be a height map, so we gotta go to image, mode, change it to grayscale. Go to precision, change it to 16-bit. Gonna give you a pop-up. click on linear light, convert. And one more thing, we're gonna go to canvas size, and it's gonna ask you right here, make sure this anchor thing is unclicked. So right now I have it broken in the image, whatever it's saying, but as I said earlier, our dimensions are gonna be 20. Should I do 20? I'll just do 2016. 2016 by 2016. No, you know what? I can't remember. 2017. I think that's what I did. 2017 by 2017. Half of 4030 degree. Okay. Just click wherever you want your image. Once you're satisfied, we'll just say that we want this area. Once you're done, click resize, and it's gonna give you the new pop-up. And before you export, do one last thing. Go to filters, go down to blur, and put in Caucasian blur. What this is going to do is going to make sure that when you export this Heightmap, it's not going to be blocky. It's going to be as smooth as you can for a Heightmap. So the default settings are just fine. So just put OK. Once you're done, just press Control, Shift, and E, and save your image wherever. I'm just going to save it to the desktop, so I'm going to put example Heightmap and put export. It's going to give you the last pop-up, and make sure you put your compression all the way to 0. You don't want anything messing with the image, and hit export. Now you could discard the image or whatever. The second step is going to be using TerreSculptor. TerreSculptor is a free plugin, free program. You could use it, download it right now. You could get the free version, or you could upgrade to the pro version. I highly recommend, if you have the money, upgrade to the pro version. It's really useful program for height maps. It goes hand in hand with Gaia. So TerreSculptor, once you download it, here you're gonna be, click on a new project. It's gonna ask you the new terrain sizes. You don't need to do any of this stuff because we're gonna import. So press X, go to File, Import Terrain. So once you find it, you're gonna get to this window. It's the first thing to tell you is gonna be, it's just an info telling you that it found the settings for the image. Just ignore it and hit OK. It's gonna tell you the sizes that it is right now. This is why we're doing it in TerreSculptor, because in GIMP and also in Photoshop, you really have problems converting an image to a 16-bit, which is the resolution for a height map. That's the data that we need for a height map, so 16-bit. So both GIMP and Photoshop have problems with 16-bit. So once you load it in, it's going to tell you the specs. Even though we just saved it as 16-bit, and here it is, it says 64-bit. So press OK, whatever. And this is the image that we just edited on GIMP. So it lets you view the whole map on your own. So you can mess around in your own time doing anything else, any fine tweaking. But for this example, don't freak out. We're just importing it, and we are exporting it. The reason why we just import and export is because TerreSculptor does a really nice job at literally converting your image to 16-bit. It does all the hard work. So click on wherever you want to save it to. So I'm gonna put example height map ready. That's what I do when I try to separate folders or files. So PNG, save it as a PNG image, and click save, and it's gonna give you this handy dandy option info. It's gonna tell you on the resolution 16-bit is what we want, so that's fine. Click on OK, and it's all done. So here we are in Unreal, brand new project for open worlds. If you're a game dev doing open worlds, I highly recommend going to File, New Level, and you can click anything you want, but I highly recommend clicking Empty World rather than the open world, because so we could just start off from scratch. So as you guys can see, we have nothing on the scene. So as usual, everything just add in all your basics. Add in your directional light. Add in your sky atmosphere. Add in, I'm on visual effects, add in your volumetric cloud, and don't add in your height map just yet. Just now we're all ready. Don't save just yet. Now we are on landscape. So the reason why we specifically went to new level open world is so Unreal can generate the world data layers with world partition. For some reason, I tried doing this on a regular level after I found out and I couldn't do it, so I had to restart on a new level just so Unreal could generate world partition on the map. So here we are, that's why we're starting brand new level. It's going to give you the world partition automatically, and then everything is all set for your new height map. So on landscape, go to manage, new. You don't need to click anything. Then there's a whole mess of videos telling you guys to resize and rescale and all this stuff, and it's a bad thing to resize height maps because height maps are tied into vertices, and you don't want to be expanding on any of that. Really, really important. Height maps are the way that they're supposed to be in. If they're a 4030 by 4030, import that as 4030 by 4030. Don't be upscaling it or downscaling it at all. It's gonna mess up everything. All you need to do is import from file, and now you're in the import section. Make sure enable edit layers is clicked. It should be clicked by default, and browse for your new file. So so I have it in downloads, and click on open, and there it is. Now that's your entire height map. You don't need to do anything else. Unreal does all the hard work, all the number crunching. So off the bat, it tells you 2017 by 2017. That's the resolution that Unreal wants. I think it's 2017. I think it's either 2017 or 2016, but as you guys see, it's 2017, whatever. By Unreal standards, it is 2017, so we're fine. So off the bat, Unreal does all the measuring for you, so you don't have to click anything at all. You know you did it right when Unreal has the resolution and has everything all set to whatever grid it is. So once you're at this stage, you are now ready to import. So give that a second. Depending on your own computer, it's gonna take like 2 minutes or 1 minute or whatever. Wow, it went so fast. So now you're ready. So once you're at this point, now you're ready to save current level as, and I'm just gonna put example tutorial, whatever. I spelled it wrong. Who cares? Saving map. The reason why we're doing this is because now that we're doing a new open world with the world partition, is gonna load in your HLODs. So then that's why it's important to save it and then reload it. So wherever you are, example, reload your map. Once you are in your map, there it is. We are on a we are now on a 2K map. This is how it is for 2K. If you guys don't think that's big, just go here, play from here. And as you guys can see, it's really huge. So this is the first option. If you just want 2K, if you're just doing regular 2K or 1K or whatever, then this is the setting that you want. But in the moment, for all you that want even bigger, I'm gonna show you how to do this for the 4K and 8K maybe. Um, as you just saw the popping right now, that means that the world partition LLD is working. So that's very important. That's why we did a new level, so the world can have an automatic world partition LOD system loaded in. So you could configure it on your own settings for that, however far you want it. But there it is. Let me just get out here. Let me go back and reload the the file, map, whatever. So here we are. Quick things before we move on to all of you guys doing 4K. This is universal for everybody. On your world settings, go to your world settings. Go to your preview grids. It should be under world partition setup. Click on your view grids, and there it is. We get our nice grids, and this is the name of your main grid. And this is very important. It says main grid. If you guys want to give a custom name, you could do it right here for your organizing pleasure. But for me, I'm fine with just main grid. Copy it. Open up your landscape. Click on your first landscape and then click all the way to your last landscape. As you guys see, everything's been highlighted. Go to your details now. Scroll all the way down to world partition. Look for HLOD repetition. Here it is, world partition. So it's saying right now none. Change that to the main grid and give it a second. Depending on how big your map is, it's gonna take a real long time. But for me, it's all done. 64 unsaved, so it's ready. So just click save all. And now your entire map has a world partition set up, so the LOD works and everything. So this is the point where you're able to configure how far distance can you get your LODs to pop in. So the circle means how far you're gonna be able to render, and the white squares tell you how many cells. So a rule of thumb is to put the white cells to be the same size as one grid in your map, so as one orange. So the way we do that is you go to world settings, and you just configure it with cell size. So you go up or down, you hold down. You could do whatever like this or like this. So it's up to you, but make sure you don't have anything like this, like where they're not even matched up. So make sure that they're aligned. So either big squares or little squares, whatever your goal is. Once you're ready, you could also customize how far away the LODs trigger. So you could expand on your circle for your view, or you could decrease it. And this is the gist of open world loadings. Just know that the smaller you get, the better it is for performance, because you're just gonna be focusing on these small grid size, and the bigger you do in your LOD, the more you're gonna be loading in the map. So it's up to you guys to configure how you do your open world and how you hide in the background in a sense, and how many LODs you put on your own objects. So you could prepare all the pop-ins in advance, so you don't have anything really dramatic. Make sure enable edit layers is on. It should be on by default, and look for your file. So if you're doing 4K or 8K, I highly recommend to just install a fake dummy map beforehand. So like for example, I have this fake map that's 4033 by 4033. It's all ready. It's a huge map. So I'm not doing it like the last time where we crop it out and all stuff. No, I have it all ready. So if you have your 8K image ready or your 4K image ready, then start from there. As you guys see, there it is. There's our fake 4K image. So I think this works the same for like 8K users, but same thing as before. Once it's all done, just click import. It's gonna take a little bit longer because we are doing 4K, and it might take longer for you guys depending on your own computer, but just wait for it to load. It's generating all the tiles. So the reason why we did a dummy file first is just to get like the measurements installed. So here we are at our fake map. It looks nice and all this stuff. And if you start, hold on, my the Unreal's loading in. Yeah, make sure not to. It's very time sensitive. Whoops, where am I? Where am I? I'm all there. Yeah, Unreal is very sensitive once you're importing stuff for the first time. Don't go all crazy. So as you guys can see, this image is 4K. But it is gonna be like our fake 4K image. This is the way I do it. If you guys want to do it some other way, you're free to do it. But this is the way I do it. And it's a way that guarantees that I don't have any problems when loading a 4K image. So I just loaded in a fake one first off. So this is 430 by 433. The reason why we do that is just to get like the blank slate. So instead of going like full flat, we have like a basic template that we could work on. Go to your manage and never click on new, always click on the import once you're working on an existing map. So yeah, never click on new, always import. When you click on import, it's you telling the engine that you're going to be working on this map. You're not going to want the new map. You want to focus on this map. So always click import, never click new. So here it is. Unreal saves the measurements from last time. So go to your Heightmap, and the same as before, click on your browser and look for the map that you're importing. So the beautiful part about this step is that you can expand it. If you have like one 2K image like we just have right now, you could just paste it in twice to get a total of 433 by 4033, which we're working on right now. You could also do this with a 1K, for example, if you're on Gaia and you export a height map that's 1K resolution, this is like the same step for you guys, but instead of 4K, you're gonna be getting a 1K image. So for example, I know this one. These are 1K. Yeah, 125. As you guys will see, Unreal does the measurements automatically, so it knows that it's a 1K image. So there it is. This is a fun part about importing height maps. That once you're ready, wherever you want to place it at, click on import, and it does everything on its own. So everything is based on how good your height maps are. For example, this height map is 1K and it's not really good at all. As you guys see, it completely failed at doing a hill. Kind of did a hill, but not really. But for this sake, we're doing a 4K. I just imported it so I see it. For this example, we're doing a 4K. So just go back. This one's 4K. So as you guys can see, you can do it any way you want to. Be as creative as you want. Just click on import, and then paste in the height map. It shouldn't take a long time either. It's just doing its own thing. There it is, height map. It's ready. So the beautiful part about this is if you have a fake 4K image where you could paste it in, you could do 4K. You could put in a 4K map, or you could put in a 2K map and just do like we were doing right now, which is just cookie cutter pasting in wherever you want to. Or if you have an 8K image, let me tell you that in a little bit. Where is it? 22. Like this one, for example, is 2K. So you saw how small it is compared to the 4K map. So this is the part all on you, is to be creative, how to do this freeform. it's up to you. Like for me, I got this image because I was thinking about having some flat areas with some mountains to the sides. So everything's on you on how you want to design your open world. So if you want to have more mountains, make sure that you get um, an image that has a lot of mountains in it. For me, I got this one that has more like a valley, so it has both mountains and valley. So this is how you do it for 4K. If you're doing 8K images, for everyone else has like a higher end GPU. This is how you do 4K. So first of all, you have to save the image or save the file. Save current level as, which is put dummy example. Hit save. Let it load. Now this is for like the last part of you guys that want an 8K image, and you're having problems importing just like the basic landscape inside. So this is like another alternative way that you could do it. And so go back to your landscape tab. We're not sculpting anymore with this the imports. You're gonna go on add, and what you're doing right now is you're just adding into the landscape. So you could do this in either direction you want. Just click your area, which is, let's say, right here, and once you get that green little square, that means that you're ready to start adding. So if you don't see it, you can probably be just messing around with this. So once you have the green little square, make sure that your orange boxes are the last ones. They're not like this, they're not like this, they're the last one. So this one, and then click your square, and there it is. You're gonna be generating a whole new world. So just repeat the process. Click on the box, click on the box, click on the box. Don't worry if you mess up, you could always delete them. Click on the box, click on the box, click the box. You could do it this way, you could do it this way, do it this way, and there it is. And if you mess up, like, oh no, I have a little thing, I don't want that to go to delete, and just delete it by however much you want, and maybe like 2. Delete that, delete that, click delete, and that's how you basically expand, starting from a 4K map to an 8K map. So if you're doing an 8K, you're probably gonna be adding in stuff for a little bit. So you can be like adding in more landscape till you get like the same size as the original. So just keep on adding new landscape. Once you have, I'm not gonna do it. I'm just gonna show you guys. Once you have, pretend like this whole thing is filled up with a blank slate. Once you're done expanding however you want it, same process that before. You go to your manage and go to import, not new, import. Everything should be all ready for you. Just look for your map. So let's say you want this map. This one's 20K, 20. This one's 2K. So let's say you're doing a 4K. If you're doing 4K, then all you need is 2 4Ks. I mean, if you're doing 8K, all you need is 2 4Ks. There we are. See, the Unreal Heightmap is already driving me nuts after 3 days. So if you're doing 8K, all you need is just your 2 4K maps, whatever. You could have like one 4K map, and then you have a completely different other 4K map. So you paste in the first one here, and then you paste in your second one here. And it's gonna take a while depending on your own GPU. This is why this is only for those of you that could handle it. My computer can't handle 8K, so I'm just doing an example. So this, pretend like this is your first 4K map that you did. When you have an 8K, or you just put it on the side. Pretend over here you have your whole new landscape that you did, that you added in with your squares. Once you're ready, click import, and it should show it. So in theory, when you guys are doing this on your own, you should now have a one 4K image here and another 4K image here to make a total of 8K. So that's how you make an 8K image. And depending if you have a good computer with a lot of VRAM and a lot of a big GPU, you could even do a 15. So you do a 4K image and then a 4K image to get an 8K, and then you repeat the process, maybe going this way, you add in stuff over here, and then you paste in another 4K, and then you add in this area over here, and then you paste another 4K, and in total you're gonna be dealing with a 15K map size, which is pretty decent. It's okay. It's fine for like big GPU sizes.